Hello. In continuation with integrals, today we are starting a new topic that is definite integral. What is definite integral? Definite integral. Yet up to part 7 we have done indefinite integral in which there is no limit. We are going to find the integration only. This is definite integral. For example, suppose if I write here this is integration a to b f of x dx. What is it? It is a definite integration. It's a limit. This is lower limit. Limit a to b f of x dx. Okay. Or we can use the other term, that is it is antiderivative. It is antiderivative of f of x in the interval a to b. Okay. So both the things are same, whether it is a integration of limit a to b f of x dx or it is an antiderivative of f of x in a closed interval a to b. By the way, what is the value of it? A to b f of x dx. After integration, suppose f of x is coming capital F A. This is coming, suppose capital Fx is coming. Lower limit A, upper limit B. Then we can use the term as f of B minus f of A. This is the answer of it. That means after integration, we will put upper limit in the function, upper limit in the x minus lower limit in the x. X means variable. Okay. So that is called definite integration. Now we'll have to understand that what is the formula of it and what is the limit of sums. Definite integrals. What is the concept of definite integral? Let us discuss about that. For example, on the Cartesian plane, there's a function f of x. There's a function f of x. And we are going to find the area bounded by this function to the x-axis under the limit a to b. That means 0. This distance is a. And suppose from origin, this distance is b. Okay. So that is f of a, f of a, it is f of b. And this is the function f of x. It's going like that. We are going to find the area of this portion. Area of this portion, what does it mean? When we are using the integration, integrate f of x limit a to b, what does it mean? Then we are getting the area under the function up to x-axis within these limits. Okay. So automatically this is a mechanism, we will find the area of function and x-axis. Okay. So what is the concept behind it? Look at here. Suppose this portion is to be divided into rectangular shape, or we can use the term as a trapezium shape. For example, like this. Okay. What is it? This is a trapezium. This is a trapezium. And suppose this width of this trapezium is h. Okay. Then what happens? Area of trapezium is equal to 1 upon 2 sum of two parallel sides into height. Height is h. But you can imagine if this h, the value of h is very small and we can treat as a limit h tends to 0. When h tends to 0, what does it mean? The width is just about to 0. Then it will become a rectangle. And the area of rectangle is equal to length into breadth. How it becomes a rectangle? When we'll make this h is very close to 0. What does it mean? These two lines are coming closer to each other. That means this area is reducing. So when this limit h tends to 0, this area is also reducing, tends to 0. Our area leads to 0 when h tends to 0. And you can imagine that what will it become? It become a rectangle. And area of rectangle is equal to length into breadth. Okay. If number of pieces are increased, like when we are reducing the breadth, then these number of strips are increasing. So when h tends to 0 and n is what? N is number of strips in the rectangular shape. So n is increasing. So h tends to 0 and n tends to infinite. It's okay. So how to use this term? For example, suppose limit a to b f of x dx is equal to area of this portion. So what to write here? H breadth. What is the length of it? It is f of a length into breadth plus h as it is. What is the length of the second strip? A plus h. So f of a plus h, okay, plus h, f of h plus h. Suppose we are talking about here, so this is f of a plus 2h. So f of a plus 2h and plus up to so on h f. Suppose we will consider that there are n strips, okay. So what to write here? F of a plus n minus 1 into h. Isn't it? Is it clear? F of a first, h starts from second, so therefore last is second last. This h starts from the second strip. So what is the nth strip? N minus 1. So n minus 1. And the meaning of this is the smallest bracket, n minus 1. Okay. So what to write here? A to b f of x dx is equal to, if I'll take h common because h is coming in each and every term, so that is what? F of a plus f of a plus h plus f of a plus 2h plus dash dash plus f of a plus n minus 1 into h. Now let us see, if I told you when the h breadth of this rectangle is very close to 0, that means limit h tends to 0, then what happens? Limit h tends to 0. Okay. So when limit h tends to 0, in this case, the difference between, what is the difference from here to here? B minus a. Total from origin to this strip B and origin to this strip it is a. So that means what is the difference of a? B minus a. And B minus a is equal to number of strips present in it. Suppose number of n strips are there. So may I write here B minus a is equal to n multiplied by h. Number of strips, or one strip is multiplied by number of strips. Then these are the total strips from here to here. So the difference B minus a is equal to n into h. It's okay. So B minus a is equal to nh. Limit a to b f of x dx is equal to limit h tends to 0 h f of a plus f of a plus h plus f of a plus n minus 1 into h, and so on. And upper limit minus lower limit where b minus a is equal to nh. Okay. What is it? This is the formula called limit of the sums. Okay. So definite integration by limit of sums. Okay. It's a very basic formula, conceptual term. With the help of that, we will find the area of integration. It's okay. So remember, I noted down this formula, limit a to b f of x dx is equal to limit h tends to 0 h f of a lower limit f of a plus h plus a plus 2h plus dash dash f of a plus n minus 1 into h, where b minus a upper limit minus lower limit is equal to n into h. Okay. When we'll solve the question of this exercise 7.8, you will have to use 3 different formulae of sum of n terms, sum of squares of n terms, and sum of cube of n terms. So first let us discuss of these 3 formulae and then we'll start to solve the question of this exercise. Okay. So number 1, sum of n terms of a natural number, like 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus dash 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 plus n. The formula of sum of n terms of an AP, n plus 1 by 2. Okay. Sum of squares of n terms, 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square, you have studied in class 11th, is equal to n n plus 1, 2n plus 1 upon 6. And sum of q of a natural number is equal to n plus 1 upon 2 whole square. We have to use these three formulas: sum of square of what three terms, sum of n terms, sum of square of n terms, and sum of q of n terms. Okay. But remember, when we are solving the question, limit of sums, where the series will not go up to n terms, the series will go up to n minus 1 terms, because the second term starts from h, 1h, therefore the last term will be h minus 1 or n minus 1, n minus 1. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus up to n. So rather than 1 plus 2 plus 3 up to n, we have to write up to n minus 1. That means one term less. So plus n minus 1 plus up to n minus 1 is equal to this n will become n minus 1. N minus 1 plus 1, it is n only, n2. So what is the formula? N minus 1 into n upon 2. Okay. This is sum of square of n minus 1. One term before. Again, this is n minus 1, n. What is it? It is n minus 1 into n into 2n minus 1 upon 6. And the sum of q of n natural number the same as n minus 1 into n upon 2 whole square. Okay. So you will remember these three formulae up to sum of n minus 1 terms, not up to sum of n terms, because in the exercise we have to use series up to n minus 1 terms. Okay. So these are the three formulae. These are the sum of first n term, sum of square of n term, sum of q of n natural numbers or terms. Okay. Exercise 7.8. Question number 1. What is it? Integrate. Question number 1. A to b x dx. Limit a to b x dx. Okay. By limit of sums. So clearly it is mentioned by limit of sums. Okay. Formula: a to b f of x dx is equal to limit h tends to 0 h f of a plus f of a plus h plus dash 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 plus up to f of a plus n minus 1 into h. Okay, where b minus a is equal to nh. Using this formula, finding the value. Limit a to b x dx is equal to, okay, look at this formula, I am substituting the values. Limit h tends to 0, f of a. What is the meaning of f of a? This a stands for lower limit. Lower limit is a itself. F of a, that means in this question where there is a function, that means where there is a value of x, variable x, in place of x we have to put lower limit. What is lower limit? A. So may I write here, in place of x this is a. First term plus f of a plus h. X will be replaced by a plus h. X will be replaced by a plus h. Plus second a plus 2h. X will be replaced by a plus 2h. Plus x will replace by a plus n minus 1 into h. Sorry, a plus n minus 1, a plus n minus 1 into h. Okay. Clear? What we have to do with the f, whatever the term is here, that is, this term will be replaced to variable. Okay. First term is replaced variable by a, second a plus h, a plus 2h, a plus 3h, and a plus n minus 1 into h. Now see, limit h tends to 0, and sorry, I have not written here h, which is very important, h. Now let us see, we'll discuss about the first term of all the brackets. First term, it is a plus a plus a plus a plus a plus n times. Yes or no? A start from the first term going up to n term. Here we are talking about h starts from the second, therefore n minus 1 into h is here. Terms are n. So n times plus h plus 2h plus dash 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 n minus 1 into h. Okay, what I have done this, separate first term in the first bracket plus second term in the second bracket here. Limit h tends to 0 h, a plus a plus a plus up to n times. Suppose a plus a plus a 3 times. So what to write here? 3a, a plus a plus a plus a 5 times, 5a. It is coming n times. So what to write here? na plus, when I take h common, when I take h common from here, it is 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus n minus 1. Limit h tends to 0 h, na plus h. What is this? Sum of n minus 1 terms. And sum of n minus 1 terms, n minus 1 into n upon 2. Limit h tends to 0. Now this h is multiplied inside nha plus. This is h square n minus 1 into n upon 2. Okay. Limit h tends to 0. nha plus. These are two factors. So there are two h here. This is the procedure by which you can check whether you are correct or incorrect. There are two h and there are two factors. One h is multiplied by one factor, second h is multiplied with second. Okay. So one h is multiplied. Here we are not taking common. These are two different factors, and for different factors, two h required. One h multiplied by n minus 1, so nh minus h, and second nh upon 2. Okay, this means now here what I have to do, limit h tends to 0. Now I evaluate the limit. So where there's a h, only h I will put 0, and where there's a nh, what does it mean? B minus a, upper limit minus lower limit. Okay, so you see here nh, in place of this nh I can write here b minus a into a plus nh b minus a minus h, that is 0, again nh b minus a upon 2. Okay, so taking LCM is 2, this is 2 b minus a into a plus b minus a whole square. Okay, and what is the result? Result is I can take b minus a common. What is left here? 2a plus 1b minus a left upon 2. b minus a, 2a minus a plus b, or b plus a upon 2. So b minus a, b plus a, b square minus a square upon 2. Final answer, b square minus a square upon 2. Okay, this is the final answer. This answer you can verify rather than seeing the answer from answer sheet. Just you can verify here. How to verify? Simply you can integrate x here. What is the integration of x? X square upon 2, lower limit, upper limit. In place of x, first you put upper limit minus, in place of x, lower limit. So what is coming? This b square upon 2 minus a square upon 2. LCM 2, it is b square minus a square. B square minus a square upon 2. Okay, so that is the correction. Sorry, that is the checking that whether you are correct or incorrect. Okay, now you can ask me one question, sir, why can't we solve the question by this method? But clearly it is mentioned that solve the question by limit of sums. Then we have to use this method. Otherwise, Simply, if you are going to find the integrate or find the value, you can use this fundamental formula and find the values. Okay. So this exercise, it is purely based on limit of sums. Therefore, we will use this formula only, and for checking purpose, use it. Okay. After question number 1, I am taking a question in which x square is there. Okay, x square is there. So let us see which question is that where x square is coming. Yes, question number 4. Fourth question. Limit 1 to 4 x square minus x dx. Okay, it's a very interesting question. Pay attention here. I hope you will understand it once. X square minus x dx. A to b f of x dx is equal to limit h tends to 0 h f of a plus f of a plus h plus f of a plus 2h and plus f of a plus n minus 1 into h. Okay, what is lower limit? A treated as 1 and b is 4. Question. Limit 1 to 4 x square minus x dx. Okay, limit h tends to 0 h. Remember one thing, in place of x we have to put lower limit. Okay, f of a. So what should I put here? A is lower limit 1. In place of x I am putting here 1. So that is 1 square minus 1. Okay, complete. Plus f of lower limit 1 plus h. Where there's a x, I am going to put 1 plus h. So it is 1 plus h whole square minus 1 plus h. Second. Plus, in place of x, 1 plus 2h. 1 plus 2h whole square minus 1 plus 2h. Okay. Plus 1 plus n minus 1 into h. 1 plus n minus 1 into h whole square minus 1 plus n minus 1 into h. Is it clear? Nothing I have done, only in place of lower limit 1. Okay, and where there's a function, in the function there's a x, I have put 1. Second, 1 plus h, 1 plus 2h, 1 plus 3h and 1 plus n minus 1 into h. Okay, limit h tends to 0 h. Okay, here first term, these are the curly brackets. You will see the curly brackets. In the curly brackets, 1 square 1 plus n. You please remember one thing, 1 square minus 1, you please don't cancel it and write 0. Otherwise your sequence will disturb. You will pick first term from the bracket. So this is 1 square. So I am separating first term and then second term. First term is 1 square plus 1 plus h square plus 1 plus 2h square plus 1 plus n minus 1 into h square. Okay, that is the collection of first term. Minus minus minus, taking minus sign common. Second term, 1 plus 1 plus h plus 1 plus 2h plus 1 plus n minus 1 into h. Is it okay? Because already I have taken minus sign common. Minus 1, minus 1, minus. So all the terms in the bracket, they are positive. Correct? Limit h tends to 0 h. Okay. This is I leave the first term, second term. A plus B whole square. A square plus B square plus 2AB. What is? A square plus B square plus 2AB. So I am picking first term. 1 square plus 1 square plus dash 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 up to 1 square. This is the first term of this. When we open the bracket, A square plus B square plus 2AB. Okay. So this is the collection of first term. Plus second term, which starts from here. H square plus 2h square, 3h square dash dash dash. So I will take here h square common. Then in a bracket, what is left here? 1 square plus 2 square plus n minus 1 square. Okay, what is it? This is a square plus b square plus 2ab plus 2ab. That means 2 and 2h, 4h. So I'll take 2h common. Inside it is left 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus up to n minus 1. Is it okay? This is the part of first term. Okay. Now the second term. So this is the extension of 1 square, 1 plus h square, 1 plus 2h whole square up to so on. Is that clear? 1 plus h whole square, 1 square, first term collection, h square, 2h whole square, 3h whole square, h square common, second term, plus 2ab, 2 into 1 into h, 2h common, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus up to n minus 1. Okay, so this is the end of that term. Minus, this is the end of this term up to here. Minus, let us see this. First term, 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus up to n time. So that may I write here n plus. I'll take h, 2h, 3h, h common. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus up to n minus 1. Okay. This is the completion of second term. Okay. After that, limit h tends to 0 h and 1 square, 1 square, 1 square. Square of 1, that is 1. 1 plus 1 plus 1 up to how many times? N times. So this term is written as n plus h square. What is it? Sum of square of n minus 1 natural number. N minus 1 into n into 2n minus 1 upon 6. This is the formula of sum of square of n minus 1 natural number. Plus 2h. Sum of n minus 1 natural number. N minus 1 into n upon 2. Till here it's okay. Minus n. Minus plus minus. It is h. And again this is sum of n minus 1 natural number. N minus 1 into n upon 2. Got it? Okay, now let us see the like terms. Limit h tends to 0 h. Now let us see the like term. This plus n and minus n is cancelled. Okay. After that, h square n minus 1 and 2n minus 1 upon 6. Okay. Plus 2h n minus 1 into n upon 2 minus h n minus 1 into n upon 2. So 2h minus h plus h n minus 1 into n upon 2. Okay. And now what should be done? In place of first will this h will be multiplied. One more term is left. Limit h tends to 0. Now there are 2h and 1. There are 3h and you can see that there are 3 factors. So we are going in right direction. So 1h is multiplied here. nh minus h. 1 multiplied here. And 1 is 2nh minus h upon 6. Plus 1h is here, 1 is here. There are 2h, 2 factors. nh minus h into nh upon 2. Okay. And now what should be done? Where there's a nh, we'll have to put 4 minus 1, 3. Okay. Where there's a nh, we have to put 3 and there's a single h, 0. So nh, 4 minus 1, nh, 4 minus 1, 3. So in place of that, 3 minus 0. So I write here 3 minus 0, nh, 3, This is 2nh. 2 multiplied by 3, 6 minus 0. That is, it is 6 upon 6 plus nh. 3 minus 0 multiplied by 3. So 3 into 3 upon 2. Okay. Final result, this 1 6 is cancelled. 3 3s are 9 plus 9 upon 2. 9 to the 18, 18 plus 9, 27 upon 2. Okay. So its answer is 27 upon 2. Now let us check this answer whether it is true or not true. 27 upon 2. So integrate this term, x cube upon 3 minus x square upon 2. Okay. Limit 1 to 4. First I have to put 4 in place of x. 4 4 is 16, 4 is 64 upon 3 minus 4 to the 4 square 16 upon 2 upper limit minus lower limit 1 1 upon 3 minus 1 upon 2. So now let us see the result is, it is, we don't have a space here. Okay, LCM is 6. Okay, LCM 6, 64 to the 128 minus 16 3 is 48. Okay, minus 1 upon 3 minus 1 upon 2. 2 minus 3 minus 1 upon 6. So it is plus 1 upon 6. Now the result is 0, 12 minus 4, 8. 80 upon 6 plus 1 upon 6. So it is coming 81 upon 6. And 81 upon 6 will be divisible by 3. 3 2s are, and 3 2s are 6, 3 7s are 21. 27 upon 2. Okay, so your answer is correct. Clear? So this is the procedure. It's very interesting and important question. My suggestion to everyone, when you solve the question, limit of the sums. After that, you will just cross check by using the fundamental formula for finding the integration. Okay, and you verify yourself that okay, your solution is correct. After this question, one more question I want to take, which is in the form of exponential form. Okay, then I think your all type of questions cover. One question is given number 6th, which is, this is 0 to 4, limit 0 to 4, x plus e to the power 2x dx. 0 to 4, x plus e to the power 2x dx. Okay. Formula h f of a plus f of a plus h plus f of a plus n minus 1 into h. In some books, in place of h, they use the term as n. So in place of h tends to 0, you can use n tends to infinite. Same thing. Okay. Because the value of h is decreasing, the number of pieces are increasing. Same thing is there. Limit a to b, sorry, not a to b, limit 0 to 4, x plus e to the power 2x dx is equal to. This is very important step, first step. What I am doing here now, f of 0. So where there's a x in the question, where there's a x, we have to put 0. Okay. So 0 plus e to the power 2 into 0, first term, plus 0 plus h, second 0 plus h, 0 plus h plus e to the power 2, 0 plus h. One more time I am writing here, one more term, that is 0 plus 2h plus e to the power 2, 0 plus 2h, okay, plus 0 plus n minus 1 into h and plus e to the power 2, 0 plus n minus 1 into h. Is it okay? Simply the replacement in place of x, first 0, second 0 plus h, 0 plus 2h, 0 plus n minus 1 into h. Okay. Limit h tends to 0, h. Okay, now taking the first term of it. So first term everywhere 0, 0 plus h, 0 plus 2h and dash dash. So that is okay, 0, 0, 0 is finished. But here it is h, 2h, 3h up to n minus 1h. So I'll take h common, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus up to n minus 1. Okay, this is the end of the first part of it. Okay, plus e to the power 0, 2 into 0, e to the power 0, plus e to the power 2h, plus e to the power 4h, plus e to the power 2 n minus 1 into h. Is it okay? Any confusion in it? Clear? E to the power 0, e to the power 2h plus 4h, e to the power dash up to 2n minus 1 into h. Limit h tends to 0, h. It is 1 plus 2 plus 3 up to n minus 1. So may I write here n minus 1 into n upon 2 formula plus. Here is, this is an GP, geometrical progression. What is it? It is GP. First term is e to the power 0, that is 1. E to the power 2h, e to the power 4h, that means their common ratio is same. What is common ratio? E to the power 2h. And what is the sum of n terms of GP? Let me remind you. An is equal to a r raised to the power n minus 1 upon r minus 1. Okay. Here there is a condition when r is greater than 1. Okay. So r is greater than 1. Here we can use this formula. Sum of n terms of GP is equal to a, first term, common ratio to the power n minus 1 upon r minus 1. Okay. Right. This formula I am applying here. A. What is first term? E to the power 0, that is, first term is e to the power 0. So may I write here e to the power 0, that is 1. R to the power n. What is R means? Common ratio. Common ratio is second term divided by first term. So e to the power 2h divided by 1, e to the power 2h. E to the power 2h to the power n minus 1 upon r, e to the power 2h minus 1. Okay. Got it? Limit h tends to 0, h n minus 1 upon n minus 1 into n upon 2. This is first bracket. I can use here curly bracket plus e to the power 2 nh minus 1 upon e to the power 2h minus 1. What is it? X to a to the power b to the power c, if there is a to the power b to the power c. What to write here? A to the power b into c. Okay. Loss of exponents. So 2h to the power n, this is 2nh minus 1 upon e to the power 2h minus 1. Okay. Limit h will be shifted now. 1h is multiplied. There are two factors. 2h we have. 1h nh minus h into second nh upon 2 plus h upon e to the power 2h minus 1 and e to the power 2 nh hn minus 1. Okay. Here one more formula. limit h tends to 0, limit h tends to 0, e to the power h minus 1 upon h minus 1. Do you know what is the value of this term? Limit h tends to 0, e to the power h minus 1 upon h minus 1 is equal to 1. In place of h, if there's a h 2h, then what happens? E to the power 2h minus 1 upon 2h minus 1. Value is 1. Okay. So e to the power 2h minus 1 upon, not upon h minus 1, so e to the power h minus 1 upon h is equal to 1. H minus 1 is not here. So this is e to the power 2h minus 1 upon 2h. If you reciprocate this term, then 1 upon 1, the result is 1. So that means limit h tends to 0, h upon e to the power h minus 1 is also 1. Okay. So here what should be done? Next step of it, nh. I want to put the value here because we variate here h. So after that this h is not required now. It is over. Okay. When we use h, this h is completed. nh 4 minus 1, 4. So 4 minus 0 into nh 4 upon 2 plus, because there is a e to the power 2h minus 1, there is only single h. So for balancing, I am going to multiply and divide by 2. So it is 2h. See here I can do multiply by 2 here and multiply by 2. Can it be done? So 2h upon e to the power 2h minus 1, that is 1. Okay. So that is 1. E to the power 2 nh 4. So e to the power 2 4 ja e to the power 8. 2 multiply by 4 minus 1 upon 2. Okay. So the result is e to the power 8 minus 1 upon 2 plus 4 4 is 16 upon 2, that is 8. Okay. If you take, want to take LCM, taking 1, then what is coming? E to the power 8 minus 1 plus 16 upon 2. So e to the power 8 plus 15 upon 2. Okay. That could be the final answer of it. Let us check. Here I want to check it in this portion. Simple integration of it, x square upon 2 plus e to the power 2x, e to the power 2x upon 2. Limit 0 to 4. Okay. When I put limit 4, upper limit 4, 4 over 16 upon 2, it is 8 plus e to the power 8 upon 2 minus. When we put 0, so this term is 0 and it is e to the power 0, that is 1. So it is minus 1 by 2. Okay. Minus 1 by 2. So what is coming? 8 to the 16 minus 1, 15 plus e to the power 8 upon 2. 15 plus e to the power 8 upon 2. Okay. So in other questions also, suppose when I put h, multiplied h by other terms, then this limit will be removed from there at the same step. Okay. Maybe possible in some other question if I have not removed. So you can treat it this as when h is circulated inside, what does it mean? Limit h tends to 0 is over from there. Okay. So that is question number 6, the solution. I hope you enjoyed this exercise. Thanks for watching. Thank you.